If you're thinking about putting together your estate plan, one of the important decisions to make is who you want to appoint to be responsible for carrying out all of your intentions. Putting together an estate plan involves writing down some documents stating your intentions of how you want your property divided and how your taxes are going to be paid and all sorts of things. You do need to be picking responsible parties who are in charge of carrying out your intentions. And I wanted to give you some highlights to who you should be choosing or what you should be choosing and considerations you should have when picking the right party for you. So what I'm going to focus on is kind of three separate roles that happen. I'm going to leave off healthcare decision makers because a good estate plan, you're also putting together your healthcare decision makers, but I want to focus in this video just on the financial decisions that need to be made. I'm wanting to focus on two different points that need to be focused on. One is if you're alive but incapacitated, who's paying your bills to take care of you. And the second is after you die, who's administering your affairs to divide the property to your beneficiaries. While you're alive, the goal is to take care of you, but when you're no longer around, the purpose shifts to settling your affairs and making the distribution. So they tend to be two different hats, but they can certainly be the same people. Now, first of all, whoever you pick, I generally recommend that they need to pass two tests. One is that they're competent to serve. They have enough wherewithal to get the job done. So we don't want minor children. We don't want someone who's not going to be savvy enough to not be able to work with CPAs, lawyers, other advisors, banks, knowing how to navigate a more sophisticated financial world, making sure that we're investing your funds, we are making distributions, we're getting taxes paid. There's a lot at stake when serving in these roles. So if you have someone who isn't equipped for that, they should be eliminated. And that also means if they're not trustworthy with your money, if you're going to hand them a check and you worry that the money's going to be used for you or as you intend, they should not be considered as one of your responsible parties. The next criteria is kind of the no drama criteria. Even if you have the greatest person in the world, if it's going to cause a rift in the family where all of your kids are going to go to court arguing that this person should not serve, perhaps we should look into other alternatives, because there are other alternatives than just picking a child or family member or friend. And this person may be as trustworthy as anyone can be. However, if their appointment will cause court battles, it may not be worth it. It may not be worth getting caught up in a long drawn out process where we air the family's dirty laundry because other people want to accuse whoever you picked of undue influence or that they're unfit to serve. Those court battles are nasty, they're long, they're embarrassing. So even if someone is qualified and trustworthy, it still may not be worth appointing them if they're going to cause court battles. So then that comes to what are the solutions, is that if you've got someone who's fit and capable, trustworthy, responsible, awesome. They need to be physically capable of doing these things as well. Do they live in town? Do they live clear across the world? That's going to be pretty hard to deposit a check into your bank account. It's going to be pretty difficult to check your mail if they're across the globe. And then are they capable of serving? So do they have their own physical or mental disabilities, or are they just too busy? So some people are tempted to appoint a CPA, but around tax time, they don't have a lot of free time. So having all those as considerations are really important. And let's say that if I gave you criteria and you've worked your way down the list and you've got no one left who's going to pass those tests, there are still alternatives for you. You can hire professional trustees or agents. There are corporations who serve in this role, and personally, I tend to see that they're a good fit in a lot of situations. I see a lot of benefits in situations where you don't have family members who can serve, that picking a corporate or professional trustee or executor or agent might be a really good solution. It's not fit for every case, but just taking the responsibilities off of your friends or loved ones is ideal or a really good idea. Or just not putting the burden on someone to have to make these financial calls or do something at the exclusion of other siblings or beneficiaries. Having a corporation take care of it may be beneficial. That is something that if you've got a good estate planning attorney or something, if you're meeting with me, I'd unpack and help you choose the right trustee. So if you're looking to put your estate plan together and want to unpack and aren't quite sure about who you want to be your financial responsible party, give us a call. We'd be happy to help you through those decisions.